And we're doing percent of questions. Another example for scenario 2 today. Scenario 2 is you have a percent and one number given to you. So this is example question 4. You buy a Taylor Swift hoodie for $105. You must be out of your mind. But I actually looked this up. My daughters are Swifties. 1989 Taylor's version style hoodie, $105. Don't do that. But what if you did? All right. Well, it's not actually going to cost you $105 because GST is 5%. You might ask yourself, what is GST? GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. And here in Canada, you have to pay 5% tax on anything that is a good or a service. So goods includes hoodies or chocolate bars. Service might be like getting your hair cut or getting a massage. So if it's a good or a services, you have to pay GST, which is the goods and services tax. And I'm going on. Let's see. How much tax would you pay if you actually dropped $105 on a Taylor Swift hoodie, which you can't even get anyway. They're like completely sold out. So this is a total imaginary question because you're never going to get one. You probably have to get a special code just to get a Taylor Swift hoodie. Anyway, how much tax will you pay? What will the final cost be? All right, if you know how to answer this question from the last example, go ahead, hit pause. You can come back and check your answer. If you're not sure, because I just threw GST at you, and keep watching. The question is asking this though. What is 5% of $105? You could pause it right now and try to figure that out. A reminder that percent means out of 100, and your calculator doesn't like percent. You have to change it to a decimal. And of means multiply in math. Let's take a look at this. So we're going to change a few things. I got to change 5%. If you're ever given a percentage in a question, you got to change it for your calculator. Calculator doesn't like it. 5% means 5 out of, it's doing it to me again. There it is. It's 5 out of 100. Because a percent is always out of 100. So, and if you do that, if you go 5 out of 100, if you go 5 divided by 100, you will convert it to a decimal. You're going to get 0.05 as a decimal. If you don't believe me, get your calculator, work it out. Now, I'm going to grab that number and set up part 2 of the question. You have to take your decimal, and of, we already said of means multiply. So I got to multiply by $105. Pure craziness. See how much tax I'm going to have to pay on top of this. Let's go check it out. I was looking up GST, whatever. So I'm going to go 0.05 times $105. And I get $5.25. So equals $5.25. Right now you might be very excited thinking, I only have to pay $5.25 for a Taylor Swift hoodie? No, that's the tax. So you will pay $5.25 tax. So how do we find the final cost? Well, the original cost was $105. The tax is $5.25. If you think you know, hit pause, work it out. If you're not sure, here we go. You take your original cost, and taxes are always add. You never subtract a tax. We'll do questions in the future about discounts, but we're going to add, you always add tax on top of a price. So $105 plus $5.25 should give me $110. I better put the dollar sign in front of that. $110.25 for your very lucky and beautiful Taylor Swift hoodie.